say to me in Bowers Game Corner.
Hey there, YouTube. I'm back again for another How to Play video, and today I'm very excited to teach you how to play the Game of Life Super Mario Edition from Hasbro Gaming. This is for 2 to 4 players, age is 8+, and the first thing you're going to want to do is set up the board by sliding your spinner into the spot right over here. Then each player is going to pick one character and place them on the start spot like so. We have a 2-player game set up. Each player is going to get 1 5 coin and then 5 of these 1 coins. So you're going to start with 10 coins grand total, and each player is also going to get one of these super useful player reference cards. Next, you're going to shuffle up the 4 different decks of cards, minigames, item, actions, and companions, and place them into their own separate pile where everyone can reach them. Also make sure everyone can reach the coins and reach these tiny little stars, which will be in this little tray right here. With all those set out, we are ready to start the game. To figure out who goes first, everyone's going to take a spin. The player who gets the highest number will spin first. If you have a tie, then spin off until one player has the highest number, and now you're ready to start the game. The first player is going to start off their turn, and you're going to start off every turn by rolling the spinner and then moving that many numbers of spaces. Whatever space you land on is the action that you're going to take. And we're going to go over all the different spaces, but that is the basic gameplay. Spin the spinner, move that many number of spaces, and take the action. Why are you doing this? Well, in order to win the game, you need to get to the Bowser's Castle spot up here in the top left-hand corner and spin at least to 12. Now, I know you're saying it only goes to 10. How would I possibly do that? Don't worry, we'll get there. Now, before we run you through a couple turns to show you what a turn actually looks like, it's important to tell you all the different spaces on the board, and once again, they are all on your player reference card here. First, if you land on a coin space that has coins, and sometimes they'll be negative, sometimes they'll be positive, you will gain or lose that number of coins. If you ever need to lose coins for any reason and don't have that number of coins, lose as many coins as you have, and then just continue playing. The next spaces we're going to see are the spaces with the exclamation points on them, and these are called action spots. When you land on one of those, you're going to draw an action card, and you're going to do exactly what it says to do. Once you're done doing what's on the card, slide it to the bottom of the pile. The next spot we're going to talk about are the mini game spots, which are these ones right here. They look like the spinner. If you land on top of one of these, you're going to flip over a mini game, read it out loud, and these are going to allow you to challenge either a specific player to a mini game or the entire table to a minigame, and all the directions are written very clearly on these cards. And once again, once you're done with the card, slide it to the bottom of the pile. So typically, whenever you spin a number, you have to go that many number of spaces. However, let's pretend we rolled a 6, removing Yoshi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whenever you get to a orange spot, and you'll see a variety of different orange spots smattered around the board, you have the option to stop there if you would like and take that action. So for instance, Yoshi is actually only on 5 of his 6 moves, so he should go there, but Yoshi has the opportunity all the time to stop at an orange one. So now let's talk about those 3 unique orange spots. The first one are going to be called item cards, and you're going to draw one of these and keep it secret. The card will tell you its action right below the artwork, but more importantly, it will tell you exactly when you can play the card on this bottom text here. So this one must be played at the start of another player's turn before they spin and move, and may not be used when fighting Bowser. And that's one of the major rules you need to remember about item cards, is you can never use an item card when anyone is fighting Bowser, including yourself. Now, you can only have 1 item card in your hand at a time. However, for whatever reason you're supposed to draw an additional item card when you already have one, you can still draw that card, but just decide between the 2 which one you want to keep, and then put the other one to the bottom of the item pile. Now, the next orange spots we see are the companion spots, which have a circle with a question mark in it. When you land on this, you're actually going to draw 2 companion cards and then keep 1. This will go face up in front of you and give you a bonus throughout the rest of the game as long as it's face up in front of you. You can also have 3 of these cards out at a time, and whichever card you don't take, put it to the bottom of the companion pile. Also, if you're full on companion cards, you already have 3 face up in front of you, and you have to draw more companion cards, you can take one and replace one of the 3 that you have in front of you, and take the ones that you're not using and put them to the bottom of the companion pile. Also, to clarify on these companion cards, they typically are going to give you some sort of special ability when either you or someone else spins a certain number on the spinner. This bonus only comes to you when someone is spinning to move. So if someone is spinning because they're doing a mini game, or if someone is spinning because they're about to defeat Bowser, you do not get that bonus. Also, if you should have gotten some sort of bonus on someone else's turn, but now their turn is over, you don't get that bonus. You have to be paying attention to these during the game. Now, the last orange spot we need to talk about, which once again is an optional stop spot, are the red pipes and the blue pipes. And how these work are, if you land on one of these spots and then stop, you then have the option to teleport immediately to the matching color on the other side of the board. Now, the last two spots we have to talk about are kind of connected. The first one are star spots, and you will see them with their own unique color. There's a green star spot, a blue star spot, a black star spot, a red star spot, so on and so forth. Whenever you come to one of these spots, you have to stop. And once again, this is listed on your player reference card. Now, when you get to one of these spots, you have two choices. First, you can either buy a star for 10 coins, or you can collect 5 coins. Collecting 5 coins is just as simple as it sounds. However, why would you want to buy stars? Well, that is how, once again, you're going to defeat Bowser. Because, as I mentioned, you have to spin at least a 12 on the spinner to defeat Bowser. And the awesome perk about gaining stars is once you gain stars, they make you move faster. So now when you spin the spinner, you go +1 for each star you have. So let's go back to this example. Let's pretend that Mario does, in fact, want to spend 10 coins. They would now have earned a green star because they're on the green spot. One major rule with the stars is you can only have 1 star of each color. So you can't just go around in a circle collecting the same colored stars. And just to clarify, you can collect up to 6 stars as long as they're all different colors. Now, the last spot we need to talk about is Bowser's Castle up in the top left-hand corner. Now, the interesting thing about this spot is you cannot actually go to this spot until you have at least 2 stars. Because remember, in order to defeat Bowser, you have to spin a 12. But let's talk about Bowser's spot. First and foremost, you do not have to get an exact spin to get there. So I do not have to get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get there. I could get a 5 or any number higher than that. Once you get here, it's really quite simple. You're going to take 1 spin, and if your number plus the number of stars you have equals 12 or higher, then you have won the game. If this is the case, all the other players will count up the number of coins they have and also get 10 coins per star they have to figure out who's second, third, and fourth. Now, if you don't get 12 or higher, you go all the way back to the start spot and you lose any coins that you have. But now I'm going to walk you through one turn so you can see how movement works and you should be ready to go. So we'll pretend Yoshi's going first. They're going to spin the spinner. They're going to get a 9. So first thing they do, they go 1, and now they have a decision. Do they want to go to the left or do they want to go to the right? And as you can see, every character piece has a little arrow on it. And this is important because if you decide to go a direction, that is the way you're committed to. So let's pretend that Yoshi decides to go this way. He can't just turn around next turn and start going that way. But back to this example, he's gone 1, and now he's going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. And now this is an optional spot. So if Yoshi decided that he wanted an item card, he could stop right here. However, for this example, he's going to keep going and go 6, 7, 8. And once again, if he would like to stop here, he can stop here. But he's going to keep going, which now leads us to the arrow. And anytime you're near these arrows, this means you're going to have a choice on which direction you go. So Yoshi has one more movement. He could continue to go this way, or he could turn it and go this way and go 9. Whatever space Yoshi ends on is the action he will take. Yoshi's turn would be over, and then it'd move to Mario, and they'd continue to go until someone has defeated Bowser. But that's how you're going to play the Game of Life Super Mario Edition. If this helped you out, please consider giving this a thumbs up. And also, if you enjoy learning new games, please be sure to give this channel a subscribe as I teach games all the time. Also, in the comments below, let me know what's your favorite Mario game of all time. For me personally, it's Mario Kart for the Wii U. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.